Okay, so we're starting to get into the home stretch here. So we're going to slip stitch into the chain space. Then we're going to single crochet in the chain space. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then single crochet in the next one. So the repeat's going to be, no, just a second, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the repeat's going to be single crochet in the chain space, then chain 4. And you're going to just keep doing that all the way around. So one of those things, relatively simple. And by the time you're done, when you get all the way back around to here, you're going to slip stitch into the first single crochet right there. But I'm going to go ahead off camera. I'm going to finish the round, and then until I get to probably about to the center right here, and then do the rest on camera. All right, we're almost finished with the rows. We're gonna go ahead and keep doing. So 1, 2, 3. All right, single crochet in the chain space. 2, 3, 4. Single crochet. 1, 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 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to slip stitch into the first single crochet. And that's the end of row 16. Now we're going to head on to the next 3 rows, I believe it is. It's technically listed as row 17, but it's just a repeat of the previous row. So slip stitch to the chain space, a single crochet, and then your 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet. Now you're going to do that all the way around. Something I would recommend that would help with you keeping track of what row you're on is, oh, where'd it go? Is taking your stitch marker, no matter what it is, and just hook it around the first loop of the row, or your first loop of your repeat. Just that way it'll help you find where that first single crochet space is, just because sometimes it can be hard to find. And so go ahead, repeat this for 3 rows. So by the time you're done, you'll have 4 rows of this kind of repeat right here, and I will meet you up when I'm finished. Alright, now that we're almost finished, we're just going to do the last little bit together. So I did my chain 4. Here's my single crochet to the chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4. Single crochet in chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then slip stitch into the first single crochet. Alright, now that we have that finished, I'm going to zoom out so you can see how it looks. Oops. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and see how it's still a little ruffly, but it's mostly flattened out. So this is where your arms are, and that's what it looks like so far. We're in the home stretch. We don't have very far to go, so I'm going to zoom back in, and I'm going to see you on the next. Okay, for round 18, I'm going to slip stitch into the chain space. Then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now this is counting as a double crochet. Then we're going to do 2 more double crochets into the chain space, and then we're going to skip right to the next one. Now this is the repeat. It's going to be 3. So 1, 2, 3 double crochets. There you go. In each chain space. So there's 1 double. Oops. Here's 1 double crochet. Here's the second one, and there's the third. And you're just going to keep going around like this until you get back to the beginning. Alright, so I'm going to keep going off camera. This is what I've got so far. And I will join you when we're back to about maybe 2 or 3 chain spaces before the end. And I'll show you how to finish off the row. Alright, now that we're at almost the end of our row, I'm going to continue going on 3 double crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3. Oh, I missed. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then for the last one, 2, 3. And then you're going to slip stitch to the third chain. And that's the end of row 18. So right now, and let me zoom out. As you can see, you've got the nice center motif. Then you have the armholes, which when it folds over is going to look like this. And then you've got the nice little detail at the bottom. So that's what it is so far. So let's go on to row 19. So row 19 is really easy. It's just let me zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. It's really simple. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to double crochet because this chain 3 counts as double crochet. We're going to count double crochet in each stitch around. So it's nothing too crazy, just a simple double crochet all the way around. A few more together. Okay, so just double crochets in every stitch all the way around. and I will meet you when we're about ready to finish the row. Alright, we're just finishing up the last of row 19. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now that it's finished, we're going to slip stitch into that third chain. We're going to slip stitch. Alright, now here, let me zoom out. Okay, here is your almost finished product, or at least it depends on how you look at it. If you're going to keep this as a vest, it can be almost finished. The way I originally designed this is this right here, from your armhole to this would be your front panels. There you go. It would kind of be like this. If you decide, I would say after this row to go ahead and try it on. If you don't like the way it lays on your front, like you don't think it's wide enough, then what you can do is you can repeat rows. Let me double check what I have it written as. Also, if you don't feel like this is long enough. So if you feel like, you know, this isn't wide enough, or the whole length of the piece isn't long enough, what you can do is you can repeat rows 15 through 19. So 15, let's see, is, let me double check. 15 is that row right here where you do the double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, and then all the way up through this row. So it'd be a repeat of this through here. And then after you do this, we're almost finished. If you decide you want to leave it as it is, you're almost finished. There's only 2 rows left. Let me double check. I have it over here on my phone next to me, so yeah, after this, so if, say you decide to repeat that, then you would come back to the rows right now. So you only have 2 rows left. First row is really easy. It's just a repeat of row 19. So it's a chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then we're just gonna double crochet in each individual stitch. Like so. So when you're finished with this row, we'll just keep crocheting together. When you're finished with this row, what you're going to do is you'll slip stitch in the chain 3, just like you did with the previous row. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to keep crocheting, whoops, off screen, or off video rather, and you go ahead and I will meet you up when we're almost to the end. Alright, now that we're almost finished, I'm just going to do the last few stitches with you. Alright, and then you're going to slip stitch into the 3rd stitch. Alright, now we're about ready to do the last round. Yay! Yay! So, last round's really easy. And it's just kind of to give it a nice kind of polished sort of edge. So you're going to chain 2. And then you're going to half double crochet into the next stitch. So you yarn over, go through, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Easy as that. So what you're going to do for this round is you're going to just half double crochet all the way around. And then when you get back to the end of the row, I'll show you what we're going to do there. So I will see you at the end of the row. Alright, we're almost ready to finish up. So the last few stitches of half double crochet. Right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch into the second chain. If I can get it through. Alright. And now, let me just get my scissors. And we'll finish this off. Okay. And then we're going to weave in the ends. Or the end, rather. Because when we were doing the initial beginning, we weaved it in as we went. Or rather, I weaved it in as I went. Now when I weave in, here, let me zoom in so you'll see better. I go one way, then I turn around and I pull it through the other way, and then I go back a third time. And this just makes it so it'll stay. You don't have to worry about it coming apart and coming out in the wash or anything like that. I just give it a little tug so it doesn't come off. And then the bit I have left over, trim. Alright, let me go. And here is the finished body of your cardigan. Now, if you decide you don't want to add sleeves, it'll make a nice vest. But this is the body, and this little tail right here. When it falls, it'll look nice, or when it's on your back, it'll look nice. So this is the body of the Silver Moon Mandala Cardigan. Now, if you decide that you want to just have it as a vest, be my guest. I personally, because I have it kind of short like this, I personally do not make ties to tie it together or add buttons, but feel free to if you want to, especially if you have a lot, you know, if you did the ones to make it to where it's where you made it longer. You can always just put a couple little like ties, like braid some yarn together, makes like attached ties like up here and some down here or something like that. But you know, just kind of make it your own. All right, after this, next part is going to be the sleeves, and I'll show you how I make the sleeves.